Narendra Modi is in Brunei Darussalam, a Southeast Asian country, on a two-day visit. Action-packed day 2 will witness him meeting Brunei's top leadership besides signing an exchange of MOUs. Here's what to expect from the final day of his visit to Brunei Darussalam.
A day after inaugurating the new Chancery building of the Indian High Commission and visiting the iconic Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque, named after the father of the current monarch of Brunei Darussalam, Sultan Haji Hassan al Bolkiah, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold talks with Sultan Haji on Wednesday. Prime Minister Modi will meet Sultan Haji Hassan al Bolkiah and his close family members at the Royal Palace, Istana Nurul Imam, which is the official residence of the Sultan of Brunei. Both sides will also hold delegation-level talks, engage in all existing areas of cooperation, and also explore avenues for cooperation in newer sectors. Both the leaders have met on a number of occasions. They first met on the sidelines of the 25th ASEAN Summit in Naypyidaw in November 2014, and then on the sidelines of the East Asia Summit in November 2017 in Manila. They met virtually in 2021 for the 18th India-ASEAN Summit. In January 2018, they met in New Delhi on the occasion of the Silver Jubilee of the ASEAN-India Dialogue Partnership. Sultan Haji was among the heads of state and government who witnessed India's Republic Day parade. The relationship between India and Brunei has steadily evolved, with defense cooperation being a key component. The exchange of naval visits and the participation of Bruneian nationals in various capacity-building courses in India underscore the growing defense and educational ties between the two countries. The trade relationship is important, especially in the context of India's energy security, given that a bulk of India's imports are of hydrocarbon from Brunei Darussalam, which is rich in oil and gas reserves. Both sides also cooperate in space and health sectors and promote people-to-people exchanges. The presence of a vibrant Indian diaspora in Brunei, particularly in the oil and gas industries, construction and healthcare sectors, further strengthens the bilateral relationship. Ties between the two countries are important even from a regional perspective. Brunei Darussalam was the country coordinator for India in ASEAN for 3 years, from July 2012 to June 2015, and played an important role in bringing India closer to ASEAN. All these aspects are expected to figure in the talks between the leadership of both countries on the final day. All in all, Prime Minister Modi's visit to Brunei has added dynamism to India-Brunei ties and is expected to reinforce India's strategic footprint in Southeast Asia, fostering greater cooperation in key areas and paving the way for a more integrated and prosperous Indo-Pacific region. With cameraman Kumar Datta, Munmun Bhattacharya's report, Brunei Darussalam, DD India.
All right, for more on this, we are joined in by Munmun Bhattacharya. Munmun, good morning. Now, there has to be a signing and exchange of agreements between the two sides today on the expected lines. As the Prime Minister said, the focus will be on further deepening India's ties with it. Get us more as to what all is lined up.
Right, Preeti, today is the day of diplomacy, of formal as well as informal talks of personal bonding between the leadership of both the countries, because in a short while from now, Prime Minister will be reaching the Royal Palace. That is the residence of the Sultan of Brunei Darussalam, Sultan Haji Hassan al Bolkiah. So there will be an audience with His Majesty and some close family members. After that, the Prime Minister will be hosted to a banquet, a lunch by His Majesty, and after that we expect MOUs to be signed and exchanged between both the sides, and that will mark the conclusion of the visit. So a lot can be expected in terms of substance today, because we expect a couple of MOUs to be signed. Some of the sectors that could take prominence are, for instance, the space sector, defense sector. So as far as space is concerned, in 2000, the Indian Space Research Organization, or ISRO, had established telemetry, tracking, and command station here in Brunei Darussalam, and it helps India track and monitor the eastward movement of all its space-related launches. It could be satellite launches or launch vehicles, etc. So that's how Brunei Darussalam has been helping India. There was also an MOU sometime back in this regard. Now, all eyes would be on whether there would be an MOU to take this forward, if there could be some sort of a location shifting or technology upgradation. And so that is one area. And if we look at the defense sector, then we also would wait to see if there would be an announcement of establishment of a joint working group, because defense is one sector where both sides have been coming closer. The relationship is evolving over the years. In 2006, Indian naval ships started visiting Brunei shores, and as recently as April-May 2024, there have been visits of Indian naval and coast guard ships to Brunei shores. Here in 2016, an MOU was signed between both the sides. In 2021, it was renewed for 5 years. So defense is one sector, and there has been capacity building or training exercises. There's been joint exercises between both the sides. Defense personnel of both the countries have been visiting each other's defense colleges for physical and online courses, and also visiting their defense expositions and exhibitions. So defense is a core area of cooperation. Remains to be seen if on an institutional level there would be an announcement of a setting up of a joint working group. Now, having said that, as far as India's energy security is concerned, then Brunei Darussalam plays a very critical role here, because bulk of the imports from Brunei Darussalam to India are of hydrocarbons. I was looking at the figures, and in the last financial year, the overall bilateral trade between both the sides was around $290 million, $286 million to be specific. And $270 million out of that was only hydrocarbons. So India has been importing crude oil and natural gas from here, and India would want long-term supply contracts to be sealed between both the sides. Now, it remains to be seen if Brunei will give a nod in its favor or not, because India wants a long-term supplies of natural gas, particularly because it expects the demand for that to grow in the country. Also, as far as people-to-people contacts and connectivity is concerned,
Right.
we already know that from the 5th of November, the direct flights will start between India and Brunei Darussalam. Right now, there is no direct flight. There used to be one to Kolkata from here, but that was suspended after 9/11. So the direct flight will start from the 5th of November. It will be thrice a week, and it will connect the capital of Brunei Darussalam to Chennai.
All right, Monmon. So that was about what all is expected when the two sides will hold talks and engagements today. Thank you so much for joining in with those details, Monmon.